It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching Firefly episode 8 called Out of Gas.
Out of gas, Nate.
Yep.
What does that say?
So are they going to be stranded in space somewhere? Do their ships use gas? Is that like...
I don't think they use, like, gasoline.
Yeah. No, it's like, what is it, like a jet?
That'd be really funny if our spaceships went on gasoline.
Just polluting outer space.
Yeah.
We're going to have outer space climate change happening.
Galactic warming.
Great.
Wonderful. No, well, I mean, yeah, I guess it is particularly bad when you run out of gas in the middle of driving from one place to another,
yeah.
but yeah.
But if you're in outer space, I feel like that's even worse.
Yeah, that is very bad. It could also, though, potentially just mean not having enough gas to leave the port that you're at, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
No ability
True.
to fly, you know.
Yeah. It's funny that it's called out of gas, even though I'm pretty sure they use it like a nuclear core. Right?
Yeah.
That's...
I think maybe it's just an idiom,
Yes,
right? That's
yes.
the
trying
phrase
to,
for it.
They're speaking to the people.
That's
and
right.
We're the people. So
Well, and they also use old-timey idioms all the time that
true.
don't literally mean... I mean, they call Serenity a boat so much. I
Yeah.
love that they use that word.
Yeah.
So, yeah, out of gas. And what do you think about Firefly, Nate? Outer space.
It's awesome. You already know I think it's awesome. It's like really great. I'm sad that it's slowly but surely rolling towards a conclusion that came too early, blah,
We're
blah, blah.
in the back half of the season now, so let's do another crew test. Who do we got?
Okay, we have Mal, Kaylee, Wash, Zoe, Anara, Simon, River,
Yes.
Jane.
One more.
Who am I missing?
Too much dead air. Shepherd Book.
Shepherd Book. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah. For
But
some reason,
pretty good.
Yeah, I just didn't think about him immediately because I feel like he's there, but he's just been in the background.
He's almost like a Nara, where he's someone who lives on Serenity that's not necessarily
Right.
part of this crew of smugglers, you know?
Right. Yeah. So yes, I did.
Right.
I knew his name too, but
Right. But it makes sense that he's the one who wouldn't occur to you. He
Yeah.
doesn't really always act like he's quite part of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess, you know, there's the dynamic here where I've seen it and you haven't, so we can't speculate or anything. Should we just dive the hell in?
Let's do it.
All right.
We got a Patreon. Check it out if you want. It's in the link below our faces right now. Mm-hmm. And we got full-length reactions over there. We are also ahead, so if you want to see the future Fireflies that aren't on YouTube yet, not future, you know what I mean, our
Right.
reactions to the
Yes.
future episodes that we haven't reacted to
Time
yet.
is a flat circle.
Yes.
All right, let's watch Firefly.
Yeah, totally. Whoa. That's not good. What's happening?
Just empty rooms. What do you mean?
Well, things look a little ajar. No, that's the wrong word. Tussled up. Oh boy. Oh no.
Tell you what, she'll be with you for the rest of your life.
It's a piece of Fayu.
Fayu. Okay.
What did you
She
say?
won't be winning any beauty contests anytime soon, but she is solid. A ship like this, be with you to the day you die.
This is like every car I've
It's
owned.
a death trap.
It's like it drives, doesn't it?
Yeah, just step around that. I think something must have been living in here. Tell you, Zoe, we get a mechanic, get her up and running again, hire a good pilot, maybe a cook. Live like real people.
There's no cook on their crew yet.
Yeah, it's funny.
Get her running again.
Yeah,
So not running now.
not so much.
Oh boy. That's the one thing I can say about almost every car I've owned is that it ran.
Yeah.
You know, wasn't pretty. Oh no! What is happening?
It's just raspberry jam.
Oh, you ate too much, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Huh. This is a very different tone than every other episode that we've seen, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely some gravity here.
Starting dark here.
Look rather natty, truth be told, you know.
What was natty? I want to hear about the natty thing.
Shepherd Book was just
You missed the story.
telling us funny
That's the worst.
Yes.
Took a little creative navigating, but we should make it all the way to Greenleaf without running afoul of any Alliance patrols. What should be an 18-hour trip is going to take us the better part of the week by this route.
Well, we're in no rush. Like an easy, languorous journey.
Oh, gee, I wonder.
The scenic route, when they won't encounter another person.
Yep, totally.
It's your turn.
Way out of the way.
My turn.
Care to make the first incision, Dr. Tan? Happy birthday, sir.
That's a funny cake.
They,
It's very tall.
they're in the middle of space.
How'd you know?
Yeah, right.
They have what they have.
That's true.
Come on, Doc. Give a good blow.
What the hell was that?
Let me just a hiccup. I'll go check it out.
Take a look at the helm.
Huh.
Fire.
Okay, right.
Whoa.
Seal off everything that leads below decks. Do it now!
It's very bad.
River just so casually said fire.
Yeah.
Zoe's been badly hurt. I need my medical supplies.
Sorry, Doc. Nobody leaves. Everything's sealed up tight.
If you don't let me through, she could die.
I'll let you through.
Just like that?
We all die.
I'm curious what her injury is.
Concussive force.
Yeah, I guess so. Huh.
Just open the door and the fire goes out there, right?
Yeah. Cool.
So, come on, sweetheart. So, come on, talk, baby.
Yeah, maybe badly hurt just in she lost consciousness and she won't wake up.
Right, yeah.
Serenity's not moving.
I know it. Which is why we need to suss out what it was happened so we can get her going again, right? Think you can do that?
Yes, Captain.
Now is the time for you to be
Yeah,
focused,
right,
Kaylee.
exactly.
Wash, I need you on the bridge.
Zoe's hurt.
And the doctor is going to do everything he can. Meantime,
Right,
I got
everyone
you.
to your
We need
posts
to know
right
how
now.
bad it is.
Don't ask me again.
I wasn't asking. I was telling.
Anita.
It's like a double diamond dare where you have to do it.
To that bridge.
This is an order, dude.
Yeah.
Back on our feet.
We will die if you do not follow
Right.
orders.
Shouldn't be a problem at all. A few modifications. Get some real maneuverability
I
out
like
of
his
this.
mustache.
You like it?
No.
Just feel around with the dials there. We'll be nearby. Great, ain't he?
I don't like him. Something about him bothers me.
What? What about him bothers you?
I'm not sure.
It's just the mustache.
Yeah.
Look, we finally got ourselves a genius mechanic. It's about time we hired someone to fly this damn thing.
Genius. No one's ever called me that before.
Shiny.
Who's this guy?
That's the genius mechanic.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's the one.
What is it?
Pure adrenaline.
Whoa!
Oh boy. This is definitely some good writing here that they managed to get all these different timelines jumping around like this, and
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm like being cut off in the middle
Yeah.
of something, even though I totally am. Oh my god.
I can't.
That's
Ugh.
brutal.
I can't handle that there are real situations where the instruction is you have to stick this huge needle in your own heart.
Like,
you know,
yeah,
It's
right
like-
into the middle of your heart.
It's like, well, I'm gonna die then because I can't do that.
Main life support's down on account of the engine being dead.
Right, but we got auxiliary life support.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Ain't even on.
Whoa.
Explosion must have knocked it out.
So what are we breathing?
Whatever got pumped into the atmo before the explosion shut it all down.
Most of that oxygen got ate up.
Yeah, they sent it out the door already.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh, that was like a couple of hours, maybe. We'll start to feel it, and then we won't feel nothing at all.
Oh man, that's like one of my biggest fears, to just be in a place without oxygen.
Just
where you're
suffocate,
just
yeah.
respirating, but you're not actually like getting any oxygen.
Drowning in the air. Yeah.
Jeez, I know how they feel. My car's in the shop.
Yeah.
She won't know it, but as long as her condition remains like this, she'll outlive us all. She's using less oxygen.
This is making me sad, dude.
Yeah, this is a downer episode.
Yeah, big time.
Always thought the name Serenity had a vaguely funereal sound to it.
Yeah, it does, kind
I
of.
love this ship. I have from the first moment I saw it.
I just don't want to die on it.
I don't want to die at all.
Suffocation's
Fair
not
enough.
exactly the
Me either.
dignified way to go. The human body will...
Okay, Simon.
Please, I don't really
Yeah.
require a clinical description right now.
Right. She's about to find out, man.
It was my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
He probably also feels like he can't help but have this knowledge, you know? So, like, I know exactly the process we're about to go through.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little weary of this attitude wash.
Are you? Well, I'm so very sorry, sir. I guess the news that we're all going to be purple and bloated and fetal in a few hours has made me a little snippy.
Then make it go further.
What?
Make the signal go further.
Can't make it go further.
Yeah,
Not
right.
all you're gonna do is sit around here and whinge about it. No.
What do you expect me to do, Mal?
Whatever you have to. And if you can't do it from here, wave your arms around, jump up and down, divert the nav sats to the transmitter, whatever.
Divert the... They'd be forced to stop and dig out our signal before they could even go anyplace. Well, maybe I should do that then.
Maybe you should.
Okay.
Oh, God.
What do you two think you're doing? Fighting at a time like this. You use up all the air.
He's got a point.
Don't shout.
Yelling is not, not a good plan.
Supposed to have this engine fixed and us up and... In the name of... When we landed, you said you needed a few days to get a space-worthy again, and is there something wrong with your bunk?
What? She likes engines. They make her hot.
I can see why they didn't keep this guy.
Get your prairie harpy off my...
No can do, Cap. Secondary grab boot shot.
No, it ain't. Ain't nothing wrong with your grab boot. Grab boot's just fine. Hello.
She doesn't.
Grab boot ain't your trouble. I seen the trouble plain as day when I was down there on my back before. The right couple's bad. Just tends to gum up the works when it gets tacked. So I figure why even have one? Better to just take your G-line, plug it straight into the port pin lock.
Well, you're fired, bro.
That should,
Where'd you learn how to do that, miss?
just do it, that's all. I know
Oh,
it's
that's
something
funny.
I'm
So
not
she's
doing.
just
I'll
like,
say you do with that.
Don't we need this?
You work for your daddy,
she just
do you?
understands.
Oh, when he got work.
Yeah, that's great.
She's got a machine intuition.
Yeah.
You got much experience with a vessel like this?
I never even been up in one before.
Want it?
You offered me a job?
Well, what?
I just did.
Wow. What do you need two mechanics for?
I really don't. Kaylee? Kaylee, what are you doing?
He accidentally brought his replacement on
Yeah.
board.
Yeah.
Sometimes a thing gets broke, can't be fixed.
Without this, engine don't turn. Engine don't turn, life support won't function. We don't breathe. You want to keep breathing, don't you?
That doesn't make it
Yeah,
work. though.
right. That's Mal's been doing that. It's like, how long is it gonna take to get through that door? It's like 6 minutes. It's like you got 3. It's like,
Well,
I need 6.
he's a commander. It's his talent is to inspire and motivate, you know? It's not always the right thing, but that's
people
what he can do.
Right. Convince people to try to do the impossible.
Engine's down. Life support's on the fritz, and I got 9 people here all wanting to breathe. And what we got are 2 shuttles. Short range, won't go far. But each got heat, and they each got air. Lasts longer than what's left on Serenity.
It's not a bad deal.
Shepard Book, Kaylee, Jane. You'll ride with Inara in her shuttle. Doc, you and your sis will ride with Wash and Zoe, seeing as how Zoe still needs some doctoring.
That makes sense.
What about you?
4 people per shuttle. That's the arrangement. Evens the odds. I'm staying with Serenity.
Captain.
We sent out a
Captain goes down with the ship.
even managed to boost it a little. By some chance, we get a response, someone's gonna have to be here to answer. Wash. Shuttles are that way.
I know. But like you said, someone might answer the beacon. And when they do, I want to make sure that you can call everyone back. Won't take but a minute.
Jane, you get shuttle number 2 ready. I'll see to ours. Let's get moving. Take only what you need.
Jane moves into action mode when it's really time, you know?
True that. His character's grown on me quite a bit.
Smart. Nice, ain't she?
Smallish.
Not overly. How much room do you really need for what you do, anyway?
The shuttle without Inara's decorations in it.
I got a surveyor and his wife interested in renting it.
Needs some gussing up.
Just waiting to hear back. She's space-worthy, just like the rest of Serenity is.
No need to sound so defensive, Captain. I prefer something with a few miles on it. This shuttle would be my home. No crew member, including yourself, would be allowed entrance without my express invitation.
You get your privacy.
And just so we're clear...
We know how that goes.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'll be sure to take all that into consideration while I review the application.
Don't be ridiculous. You're gonna rent this shuttle to me.
Am I?
Yes. And for 1/4 less than your asking price.
Is that a fact?
Why?
It is.
And you figure you'll be getting this discount. Why, exactly?
You want me on your ship?
Do I?
Yes.
Double
Because
meaning.
I can bring something that you're a certain respectability.
Respect
And
him.
based on what little I've seen of your operation, I suspect that's something you could use.
Whoa, interesting. Her
Fine.
her
Let me ask you
demeanor is
this.
so different before she spent
If
time
you're
on
so
Serenity with everyone else.
respectable,
It's true, yeah.
why are you even...
More conceited.
Yeah, right.
If it's alliance trouble you got, you might want to consider another ship. Some on board here fought for the independence.
The Alliance has no quarrel with me.
It is a setting she's very out of place in.
Yep, for sure.
Well, I don't suppose you're the only whore that did.
Oh, one further addendum. That's the last time you get to call me whore.
Never again.
Of course.
Come with us.
I'm not leaving Serenity.
Well, you don't have to die alone.
It's like a little... Yeah, it seems like a little stubborn.
Everybody dies alone.
Considering the odds of them.
He thinks they're all gonna die, and he wants to die on Serenity.
Everything's set and ready.
You want to die with your friends and your crew?
I prepped a suit for you. It's hanging in the foredeck. So when the time comes...
I won't be needing it. But thanks.
Well...
Just, yeah. It's the best you're gonna get. This would be absolutely terrifying.
To watch the shuttles both depart.
Yep. Everyone, you're just alone on a broken ship.
And we've seen what it's like for him while he's alone on there.
Yeah. It's actually kind of crazy that this episode came so early in the series. They didn't know that they were gonna...
I mean, it's also telling the origins of everybody we hadn't already seen join the crew, you know?
Fireflies ready.
Come on, Mal, wake up!
Well,
nice.
That's somebody.
Miracle. Ooh.
Your compression coil, you say?
It was a catalyzer.
Well, it is possible we might have something that could do you. We just come from a big salvage mission. I'll find
Speed this up a little bit.
I'd appreciate it.
trouble is,
But you can't be rude or hasty if you're asking for help.
I don't expect to see any weapons when we board.
And I do expect to see that engine part before I open the door.
I feel like maybe we can do business.
Deal.
You understand people gotta be cautious, you know?
of course.
Everything could be a trap. That would feel nice.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I thought we were going to be reasonable about this.
Reason. He's gonna talk to us about reason now.
Yeah, that's a joke. Tell us where the stuff's at, so I can shoot you.
Offering to shoot us might not work so well as an incentive as you might imagine. Anyway, we're good. How much they paying you?
Huh?
I mean...
7% straight off the top.
Okay. Zoe, I'm paying you too much.
Got high persuasion skills.
Knock it off!
No, forget I said anything. I'm sure you...
That really does seem like a speech check in a game.
Yep.
How much are they paying you?
You move on over to this side. We'll not only show you where the stuff's at, we'll see to it you get your fair share. Not no sad severn.
Kane, I ain't asking.
The guy you shot in the leg is still down there with a gun.
Right. No, he's incapacitated.
You know, anything that's worth anything is really right here in this cargo bay. So you take a look around, decide what you think is fair.
Already decided.
Oh, that's not fair.
Well,
We're taking your ship.
space isn't fair.
Oh.
Really? We'll get it as far as...
Just kill them all right now.
Leave the catalyzer.
See, this is what I mean. You leave the guy on the ground with a bullet hole, he'll shoot back.
Thought he was incapacitated.
They're all just gonna leave because he's got one gun.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this before on the channel, but I think stories would generally be a lot more interesting if guns weren't a thing. They can change the power dynamics so quickly that the one guy with a bullet hole can still get everyone off his ship like this.
I suppose.
I mean, I get it. It's the Pandora's box. You can't close it now, but like, it happens commonly in stories. It's like you were totally outmatched, and now they're all gone.
And now we're back at the start.
Yep. Yeah, it would suck now too, because it's like engine's working. I have oxygen. I have full life support, everything else that I need here, but I'm shot, and I'm alone.
Yeah.
It's like the existential dread doesn't even get to pause for a second. And I can call everybody back.
Yeah, also the knowledge that your friends are all gonna die unless you can call them back here.
Right. Or I hope they get back soon enough to help me, otherwise everyone else is going to be back on a working ship and I'm going to be dead.
Welcome back, sir.
I go someplace?
Very nearly.
Couple of wounded soldiers.
We lost you.
I call you back?
No, Mally, you didn't.
I take full responsibility, Cap.
The decision saved your life.
That's interesting, yeah. Everyone was on board, but she was out.
Yeah, so when she woke up, she's like, we're going back.
Yeah.
Hey.
You fixed the ship. Good work.
Thanks.
All right. I have to insist the captain needs to rest.
Why does Kaylee seem like she's on drugs too?
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Yep. Real beauty, ain't she? You buy this ship, treat her proper, she'll be with you for the rest of your life.
That's an interesting way to put that.
Well, and it's a nice flip too. We've been hearing that quote, and he's not even talking about Serenity.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Mal just knew.
Yep. It was love at first sight.
That's right.
Wow.
Sort of the origin episode, you know?
Yeah. It's fun to see that they could do a completely different tone for an episode. Like, it's been a lot of silliness and swashbuckling.
Exactly.
Which is
lighthearted fun.
I absolutely love it, but it's fun to be like, okay, well, what if we take these characters and put them in an actually super seriously life-threatening situation? Not that they haven't been in life-threatening situations before, but there was something like darker about this.
The gravity of it wasn't being felt by the characters as much in those situations, I guess, as it was later.
Or maybe the threat was other people, and you can always outsmart other people, but when it's like the vacuum of space.
The indifferent universe.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's pretty crushing.
Right, definitely. But yeah, we saw everybody who we didn't see join the crew in the first episode. Join the crew now. So you've seen I guess Mal and Zoe count as the crew automatically, right? You know, like you don't see them meeting for the first time. But.
Right. They're like the default crew.
Exactly. Yeah.
They started it. And we actually already got a little bit of their origin story and kind of what led them to the point of wanting to
of being
GTFO,
like inseparable and stuff. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Just the bond of battle that they had. Yeah. So I'm always such a fan of Kaylee's origin, though, of just being brought there by the other mechanic. She likes the engine as a setting, and then winding up with his job.
I kind of also was curious about Kaylee's how she got her engineering degree, and it seemed like she was born with it.
Yeah,
kind of,
it's
which
just
is a cool
a know-how.
Yeah.
That's what makes her so invaluable, I think, is that she can just like talk to Serenity like it's an animal that she communes with, and she does that continuously, like they have a relationship.
Yeah, she obviously loves the ship like a pet. Or like a...
Right, she was saying usually she tells me when something's wrong, when she was sitting there surprised that it happened. But I was also thinking during that scene, Kaylee, you're being too hard on yourself saying that. Serenity did tell you something was wrong. There are at least 2 instances I know of for sure before this episode where Kaylee has said to Mal that compression coil's giving me trouble. In the first episode, she says that compression coil busts were drifting, she complains about that in the first episode, and then I think in the second episode too, she says something about it. So there's at least 2 I know of for sure where she mentions this part is giving them trouble. So that's the good writing of this show, is that they built in that there's something wrong with the ship that's gonna break.
Right. And my car is actually in the shop right now.
Oh yeah?
And yes, it is actually.
I see. I thought you were just joking.
No, it is seriously. And it's an alternator problem. That's a big, it's kind of an expensive part. It's like a big fix, and it's also like, if your alternator goes out, there's some warning signs, and you can be like, I think that's probably my alternator, but it is all very common that people are like, I don't want to deal
It'll
with
be
that,
fine,
and then you will stop. The car will stop working in the middle of the freeway.
Right, like what happened to them here.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
so you really can relate to their situation. Yeah,
very much so. I actually think it's funny that this is the episode that we watched, because this is literally kind of happening to me right now. Not quite the same. I'm not like stranded in the middle of nowhere or whatever, but like...
It's a good illustration of you have to deal with these problems before they become the big version of those problems.
Yeah.
Because that then is a lot harder to deal with at the time and fix.
That is really cool that it was kind of mentioned before. And it's like, I don't know how far ahead they had thought at that point. I mean, it seems like this is pretty episodic writing. Like, they have an idea, but those are probably throwaway lines, but then they're like, what if that we made an episode built around the idea that it did fail.
That part breaks, exactly. It could be either way. They could have thrown those lines in there because they knew they had this coming, or they could have decided to write this episode because they remembered they had those lines.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the compression coil breaks. There's a plot. And yeah, the other factoid about this episode that gets passed around the fandom is that button that Mal was going to push to call everybody back. That prop apparently got saved from the Serenity set and then sent to Joss Whedon after the cancellation with the note of, when your miracle comes, press this to call everyone back.
So like that kind of actually gave me chills a little bit. It's sort of like, yep, well, we're all on board.
They were prepared to have to come back and do it again. Yeah, but
it didn't
really happen.
Cool and very sweet.
It is, and I think that they didn't dismantle the Serenity set for a while, if I remember right, and so there was like the hope that they could come back and keep doing it, because it was like an entire soundstage or warehouse that was that ship, It makes sense. There's a lot of different rooms.
That's a set? I thought it was a spaceship.
Yes, the magic of TV.
I imagine that there was probably a lot of buzz about like, it'll be back. Give it a year. They'll bring it back.
Well, I mean, they did make the movie eventually, It's like, because there was definitely, like, it was one of the original fan groundswells of, like, we can't let this show go. The people who did find it while it was on. I mean, imagine what a tragedy it would seem like as it was airing to be like, but they canceled it. No, you can't cancel it. Come on, everyone's there. You built the set there. Come on, you're making it. You're gonna stop now.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like, I'm thinking about like if. Like one of our favorite shows, Breaking Bad, just like ended after the first season, and we just never got another episode of it after that.
Yeah,
no like,
kidding.
What?
Or another example that comes to mind for me would be a show we're currently watching on the channel. It's just not in a new season right now. Severance. If Severance were to just not come back after this,
that would be so messed up.
You'd be like, are you kidding me? Come on! After you had it all going, you're just gonna not. So this is just such a amazing. Fictional world to inhabit that it is really the tragedy of its short lifespan gets worse and worse as you approach the end of it, especially because the show just gets more and more into its groove. You can see it really finding its footing and becoming a high quality TV series already in this first run of episodes.
Absolutely.
So where I think there's every reason to believe it was going to have a real strength to it for a long time.
I thought it was interesting that they crammed all of the origin story. I mean, I know that's not the whole story. You could probably still have entire episodes of stuff that happened to one character. You could focus on one character, some event
sure.
that shapes their whatever worldview or whatever. I'd like to know more about Jane, even though we kind of gotten some good chunks of his past.
But I like that scene was relatively simple. It's pretty much just they hired him on from another crew.
Yeah, and they used his personality of just like, wait, you can give me a better deal? Well, screw you guys. I'm going with them. It's like you immediately will turn turncoat.
But you have to wonder about having a guy like that on your own side, though, because you have to make sure you're never up against somebody who can pay him better.
Yep.
It's that Dwight Schrute quote of, I'm going wherever they value loyalty the most.
Yes, that's right. And it was interesting to see all the acting jobs from all the different characters, and you can see, even though it's almost like you were seeing the beginning of an arc that we'll never get to experience.
To see the middle parts of,
yeah, because Jane's, I think, sense of loyalty is higher now than it used to be.
Because Mal has inspired him. Living around Mal has made him into a better man.
Anara has become more almost humble or kind in her demeanor.
I mean, a little bit rougher too, I think. I think there's a little bit more of a roughness to her than there was.
And I kind of saw her as insufferable in that scene that we got of her. I was just like, you're kind of mean.
Although, sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, it just felt like maybe somebody who's right out of school and they just feel like they already know better than everybody else.
Training and, I'm hot shit, I've gotten trained to be above everyone else. Yeah, and she's learning to actually live among people who aren't all the same as her. Right. The one of them that I really think was the most different in their flashback is Wash. Wash seems real.
Yeah, dude.
A lot more annoying. It seems like maybe his relationship with Zoe had a lot of positive effects on him, on his personality. He seems like he was maybe a little bit more of a annoying bachelor initially.
I think it's funny too that Zoe was like, I don't like him. It's just good. You can tell that she probably, just her very dominant kind of energy has kind of helped to shape a more well-rounded Wash to begin with.
Well, it could also be too that maybe she didn't like him and he took such a shine to her that he's like, okay, I can change parts of myself until she does like me. And then it just really worked.
My mustache.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe it was just the mustache she didn't like. As soon as he shaved it, she's like, oh, okay, now he's cute.
No, that's very interesting. It was just this is a great episode all around. I felt fearful for characters that I know I'm going to watch another episode of their adventures. You know,
exactly. It's just
next week.
Good writing, even though you ultimately know that the worst stakes can't come to pass.
This was supposed to be the middle of the first season of a show that was supposed to go multiple seasons. They're not going to kill any of these people, the fear of it is still in there.
Right.
And it's like,
this is supposed to be still within the first half of a first season. It's a 22 episode order,
that's right. Yeah.
They did not even get all the way through season 1. So,
I was surprised, actually, as we went through this episode, I was like, this is early for this, though.
Yeah.
They gave us I understand, they're still exposing us to these characters, but they could have slow trickled some of that information out to us a little more, but they're just like, nope, here's an episode where you think everybody's going to die, we're going to give you everyone's introduction to the ship.
Exactly, and then it could have also served to have them get into even worse circumstances in the future somehow, but this episode is there early on to show us they've been through on the brink together before, this is a group of 9 that have all been together and been like, this is the end for every one of us, you know, and it's like there's a bonding that comes from that you're not going to break.
It felt like a season finale almost.
I can definitely feel a mid-season finale.
Right.
They didn't do those back then, but it definitely has that energy for sure. There's Is
this the one where they all die? No, okay, we got.
Find out next week on Firefly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, how do they advertise this with the promos? I don't know.
Yeah.
Endless speculation. This was a good one, huh?
It was really good. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That about do it?
I think so. Thanks everybody for watching with us, Browncoats.
That's right. That's
the word.
It's great
to see you all here. We love you. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
This is Ketchup Packets.